welcome to Ecoholics. Today we are going to understand a very important and an interesting topic from the teaching aptitude of UGC NET paper 1, which is the levels of teaching. Levels of teaching and learning are one of the very important and integral parts of the teaching learning process, because it's not just the methodology that is going to be used by a teacher or a facilitator, but also something that will be enhanced for a student, and which is why we would learn the levels of teaching. Before we go ahead with the levels of teaching, let me introduce the topic of teaching aptitude with three very important pillars of teaching aptitude. Teaching aptitude consists of teacher-learner skills. Teacher-learner skills are the skills that are required both by the teacher and the learner so as to facilitate the whole process of learning. When we talk about the process of learning, it is going to be including the various methods that the teacher is going to be using for the process of teaching, but importantly the features or characteristics of both a teacher as well as a learner will form the teacher-learner skills. How efficient a teacher would be will be defined by the characteristics a teacher would have. And of course, teaching aptitude, inborn talent or a learned skill, all of these things will constitute the teacher-learner skills. Second one is the teaching support systems. Teaching support systems will be including the various methodologies or teaching aids that are responsible for enhancing the process of teaching learning, and which are definitely going to give a major knowledge base for the various students and teachers. So this will include the various methods which are going to help the teachers teach better in a more efficient manner. And finally, the evaluation system and various techniques. Evaluation system form a base for students to gauge their skills, to gauge their the whole process of evaluation, and to gauge how much they have understood a certain topic. So the evaluation process also is divided into various parts. You may have heard about the various term papers and the various tests and assignments, and of course all of those are going to constitute the whole evaluation system. We are going to talk more about all of these pillars, but first, today's topic, that is from the teacher-learner skills, is the various levels of teaching. So let's go ahead with the topic and identify what are the levels of teaching. Now you must be seeing over here that there's a inverse pyramid. Inverse pyramids are usually shown when you have to show processes which start from a bottom line. So we start from the memory level. Memory level constitutes the base of the process, not the base of the pyramid, but the base of the process. And this base of the process is a very small part of the whole teaching and learning process. Of course, it is very effective, and it also is very important and a very integral part of the whole concept of teaching and learning. Then the second one is understanding level, and the third is reflective level. We are going to understand these different levels of teaching one by one. First, let's start from the memory level of teaching. Looking at the memory level of teaching, looking at this word memory, we must understand that this only consists of all the information that we can just note and remember or recollect. Now this information or this piece of information that is present in our memory will always be requiring a lot of revision, because probably this information does not have other linkages. This information that we are getting as a piece of knowledge may not have neither linkages nor any kind of concept or meaning. So for example, when we talk about learning the various words in a dictionary, learning various words from a dictionary to enhance our vocabulary is a very, very problematic scenario for most of the individuals, and I can say for all the individuals, because rote learning something is a major task and a problematic task. Now when you talk about taking a dictionary and picking that dictionary, picking out 10 terms, 20 terms at a time and start rote learning, mugging them up, of course it is going to be very hard. However, those concepts or those terms also would be required for you to learn them properly, so that you can use them probably in a language, or you can utilize that particular piece of knowledge in a specific examination. Many exams ask these vocabulary related questions, and which is why many students fail to attempt those questions, just because memory level teaching and learning process was not so effective. Now there are various regimes of learning or rote learning. We talk about Johann Friedrich Herbert, or just Herbert, who had basically given these various who had propounded or expounded this particular concept of memory level learning. And major concept of memory level learning is to just impart information. For example, if I say that a particular war in history had occurred in this year, now just learning simply a year and relating to that an incident does not typically require any thoughtful idea or a whole process of thinking of why that war was why that war had happened, or a specific year, why only that specific year the war had happened. There is no linkage. It's just an incident, and these incidents of course make up for a very wide base of information that we all require to attempt to learn in various competitive examinations. And that is a very important, very small but very important part of our learning process, which is the memory level learning. Now here the usage of various concepts, terms often happen, dates and years often happen. Something that is very important is the dominating role or dominant role of a teacher. Here the teacher is going to be the master of the game or master of the whole teaching process. Why? Because students will not be able to themselves learn these terms, vocabularies, dates, years just by thinking about those years or those terms or those key factors. The teacher will have a major role over here to continuously take revisions or tests, which are also known as drills, which may happen, maybe a mock drill where the teacher would just come in a class and start quizzing students on the basis of the whole information which has been imparted, or take revisions, or take tests, or try to build a memory game wherein various pictures will be shown to the students, and through this memory game students will try to remember or recollect which incident took place in which year. So there are various fundas of learning or applying the memory level teaching and enhancing the teaching and learning process. Then the next level that we have is the understanding level. Now of course, by the term understanding level, we see that over here the teacher is going to be moreover interactive with the students and will try to enhance not just the base of their information but also the meaning of the concepts. So students along with the teacher are going to try to find out what is the meaning of a particular concept, why a particular concept happened or occurred. Things that relate to whys and hows will be coming over here. So the questions that relate to why, how, reasoning will all come for the understanding level, right? So evaluation of concepts will bring about the various notions associated with the students' prior awareness and comprehension level. So over here, unlike the first level or the memory level where it was just mugging up or rote learning, here we talk about an enhanced level where we talk about comprehension of terminologies, comprehension of paragraphs, comprehension of whatever has been mentioned in a particular question. So even for example, if we talk about a mathematical case study, so a mathematical case study can be like a particular question related to understanding level teaching process, where the teacher will give such caselets, case studies and various other concepts, questions, so that the students' knowledge enhances and they start understanding a particular concept by relating it to various other things. There's also a catch over here with regards to the teaching aid. Here the teaching aid which is mostly used by the teachers is in like a debate. Okay, so the teachers may use debate as a tool, and sessions or seminars can be conducted by teachers, faculties, so that students can understand a particular concept, understand the gravity of a situation. For example, there is a common topic of monetary policy and fiscal policy in most of the schools and colleges where students are studying commerce and various current affairs. So a particular monetary policy, why a monetary policy is being used or why a fiscal policy is being used, theoretical concept can be understood in the booklet or in a book form. However, a major understanding and comprehension will happen through debates and conferences and seminars where students can interact with the industry professionals or with certain faculties or experts which are really expert in that kind of knowledge. So all of these things will be kept for the understanding level of teaching. Then we have the last one, which is the most important and most difficult, which is reflective level of teaching and learning. Now over here we also call this process or this level as introspective level of teaching, where a student, it's a major student centric approach. Okay, it's a student centric level where the major work or the major comprehension is done by a student. Student is going to introspect into how much has that individual learned the whole concept, and from that concept what all things the student can relate to. For example, everyone talks about environment, everyone talks about EVS, everyone talks about various concepts like biodiversity, ecosystem, everyone knows about it. It's a very simple, mundane, routine concept which everyone knows about. But students, individuals who not just talk about it but also try to apply it in the practical world, where they try to conserve the environment, when they try to apply the already existing knowledge into active or materialistic form, then that becomes a reflective level for the students. So in this level, the students will have to heighten their thoughtfulness. The process of thoughts and ideas has to be excelled, and of course the teacher will be a major facilitator to provide them with the motivation and encourage them to apply whatever existing knowledge they have so that they can reflect upon it for the future. Over here, teaching goes beyond the comprehension and required conceptual level, where the students will do more than what they have understood in their classes, in their lectures. Okay, so it's an advanced stage in which the learner is going to step further and comprehend whatever existing knowledge that individual has into various other dimensions. For example, if a particular student has learnt about a concept of science, now science is a fact, and how that fact can be applied or can be taught or can be applied to various other dimensions, how that science theory is helping in an economic perspective, in a financial perspective, in an environmental perspective. When the student tries to identify all of these areas and dimensions, then we talk about the reflective level of teaching. And the teacher is going to facilitate the students with thought stimulation that are going to encourage and motivate them to reflect upon existing knowledge. So these are the three levels of teaching. To sum it up, we have memory level, understanding level and reflective level, where memory level concerns with rote learning and memorizing. Understanding level concerns with the meaning of whatever has been memorized, conceptually understanding, comprehending the things. And finally, the reflective level, which basically is comprehending and gaining a major perspective about the world, about the society, and using existing knowledge for its actual application. So that was it for the concept of levels of teaching. We'll be coming more with such videos about various competitive exams and various subjects and topics. Till then, keep subscribing, liking our videos. Thank you very much.